Friday morning. This is Friday 5-minute focus for the 5th day of March, early this morning. And I want to share a passage of scripture with you that is pregnant with powerful possibilities. And it's very simple. You can find this scripture in the book of Isaiah, the 6th chapter and the 1st verse, Isaiah 6:1. And this is what it states. It says, "In the year that Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord. He was high and lifted up, and above him were six-winged seraphims." And it goes on to talk about the experience that Isaiah had. And for a matter of moments, I just want to encourage you with the thought of don't miss the message. Don't miss the message. It is ironic, yet uh, better for us to understand that everything that happens to us in life comes with a message. Everything that we experience should be benefited from, be it good or bad. There is an opportunity of growth in every depressing, discouraging situation. And so I want to just impart into you this early morning to don't miss the message. Isaiah has typically been in the temple, the synagogue, the church, all of his life. And he has now entered into a very traumatic and a tragic situation that he really does not know how to handle. He has become frustrated and flabbergasted. He's become a little beside himself because, as the scripture opens in that 6th chapter, it says it was in that year that his family died, the person he depended on. And let me just hurriedly get to that point there. It's not just speaking about physical death, but an emotional and mental death. Isn't it? Isn't it happening so much more now today than it has in the past? That there are so many things that are tugging on our emotional strings, that are tugging on our mental strings. You just can't believe that the things that you are experiencing are happening to you. But Isaiah said it was at that particular time and moment in life that I actually got to meet Jesus for myself. I knew him. I heard about him. I read about him. I sung about him. I preached about him. I even played about him. But I actually had an experience with him that made my life absolutely change. It was in that year that my family died. It was in that year that divorce made me to become closer to God. It was in that time and period that I began to see God for who he truly was. It was in that year that I saw also the Lord. Now listen to this. He says I saw also, which means that there were other things that were in his view, his that were his focus. He says, but at this particular junction in my life, I actually saw the Lord. And he was high, he was lifted up. It wasn't the same kind of God that I was used to. I had him minimized. I had him limited. I had him marginalized. But now I see him as he is, and he's high and lifted up. And his train, I'm tying a boat now, his train filled the temple. And I want to tell you this day, if you really want to experience God on the level that he wants you to experience him, allow his train to fill the temple. No, 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 no. Not just do what you think will carry you over, but allow his train to fill the temple. Allow him to have all of you. Allow him to consume you in that consuming fire. His train filled the temple. And he says, and my life has absolutely been changed because I did not miss the message. What I went through, that traumatic experience, that travesty and tragic situation, pushed me to knowing Jesus on a better level. I want to challenge you today to get to know God in a superlative sense, to get to know him in a manner that you have never known him before. But in order to do that, you need not miss the message. If this 5-minute focus has been a blessing to you, you know what to do. Put a seed in the ground and watch God bring a harvest to your place. Be blessed. Be safe. We'll see you soon.